Alright. We are finding limits using L'Hopital's rule. Alright. So before solving L'Hopital's rule, you have to figure out if the limit on the right side exists or is infinity or negative infinity. Then limit x approaching a f of x over g of x. You could just find the derivative of the top function and the bottom function to get your answer. So the limit is x approaching a, derivative of f over derivative of g. You have to verify some things before going on with this problem. You have to verify that the conditions are met. Conditions must be met before using L'Hopital's rule. And L'Hopital's rule is also valid for one-sided limits. And limits at infinity, or also negative infinity. Okay. So those are the rules before solving L'Hopital's rule. So let's do an example. First example is a limit as x approaching 0, which is our a, of sine x over x. So sine x would be our f of x in this problem, and x would be our g of x. If we looked at this problem without knowing L'Hopital's rule, then we would plug in 0 for x, and we would get 0 over 0, because sine of 0 is 0, and then it would just be 0. And that wouldn't work because it would be an indeterminate function because it's 0 over 0. So when you see a problem like this, don't give up. Just try L'Hopital's rule first. So L'Hopital's rule states that take the derivative of the top function and the bottom function and see what you get. So the derivative of the top, which is f of x, would be cosine x. And the derivative of the bottom function, which is g of x, would be just 1. Alright, so limit as x approaching 0, which is our a, of cosine x, which is the derivative of the f, and over the derivative of g, which would be 1. And then plug in 0 for x, and you get 1, which is, because cosine of 0 is 1, over 1, which is just 1. So the limit of x approaching 0, f prime of x over g prime of x equals 1. And that is the answer, since we don't have 0 over 0 or infinity over infinity anymore.